everybody, so I am in like a desperate need to film an Empties video. I have pretty much my entire bag here full of all types of different products, and so I figured that it's time, and before this gets too crazy and I'm doing like a 40-minute Empties video, I would just do it. So anyway, if you guys are interested in the makeup that I'm wearing today, I will have a tutorial up. I think that I should have it up before this, and if I do, as always, I'll have it linked down below. So anyway, go check that out once you're done here, and let's just get on into it. So of course, as usual, this is going in no particular order, but one of the things that I used up recently is this hair dye. This is the Clairol Natural Instincts hair dye in the shade Dark Red. It's currently what my hair is colored. I've had this now in for about a week, so this is a pretty recent empty. So this gives you a really good idea of what the color looks like, and I'm just really happy with it. I love these demi-permanents in between when I do permanent hair colors because these aren't damaging, they don't have ammonia in them. So they just kind of like, for me, act as a nice like refresher to my hair because they only, last like about a month and then they really start to fade out. So if I'm noticing that my permanent color is starting to fade quite a bit, but I don't want to go in with another permanent, I go in with one of these. I love this brand of hair dye. It always has just done really well. I feel like the colors look really nice, and yeah, so this is Dark Red and I really like it. This was really sad. I was really disappointed when I used this up because I love this product. This is the L'Oreal Total Repair 5 Damage Erasing Balm. My favorite, kind of hands down, just everyday conditioner. Right now I'm using the Extreme Total Repair Hair Mask. It's a 1 in a tube. I did a whole review on it, my L'Oreal Advanced Hair Care review. You guys can definitely go check that out. But I'm not liking it as much for like an everyday conditioner. I think that it is a lot more intense and a lot more hydrating, so I like that aspect of it. But it kind of weighs my hair down a bit more than this did. So I probably will be going back to this and really just use that hair mask, the intense one, as a hair mask. But this is just, even though it says it's a hair mask, I like it just for every day, and I will continue to repurchase it because it's really nice. This isn't empty, but I decided that I'm going to throw it away anyways because I really hate this. This is the Garnier Sleek and Shine Sleek Finish 5-in-1 Serum Spray. I've had this forever. I kind of went through my beauty stash, went through my makeup, took out all the products that I'm not using, went through my skincare, hair care, and again, took out all the products that I'm no longer using. This is one of them. I do not like this at all. It's very greasy. It just kind of sits on top of your hair. It doesn't really soak in like a serum should, and it just makes your hair look like you haven't washed it in a month. It's so gross. It feels oily. It gets all over your clothes. It's just nasty. So I'm not going to give this to anybody. It's going straight to the trash, and there's a lot in here, but it's terrible, and I cannot bring myself to use that at all. I have one of the Pantene Ultimate 10 BB creams. This one is just, oh, it's so nasty because I've traveled with this and I've had it forever. But I love this sort of leave-in treatment. I actually prefer it over, I think, the It's a 10. I've recently tried the It's a 10. I'm using the one with keratin, and I don't know, I feel like for the price, I think that it's a good product. I think it works very well, but this is like half the price and I like it just as much. And this one I can actually use every day because it doesn't have the keratin in it. I got the one with the keratin as sort of like a sample from Ulta, but I just don't see myself purchasing the actual It's a 10 because I think that this stuff is pretty much the same. Feels really nice, lightweight in your hair. I'm really sad that I'm actually out of this because I miss using it, but yeah, really great product if you want something that's just going to be an amazing leave-in conditioner. I've raved about this. I have this Boots moisturizer here. This was again another product that when I was going through my skincare stash, I was like, I've had this now for a year. I think I purchased this last February, and I have used most of it. There's really not a whole lot left in here. There's just a very kind of tiny amount in the bottom. So anyway, it's just old. My fingers have been in here so many times, and I just feel like it's full of bacteria and it's just germy. It's the Triple Action Day Moisture Cream, by the way. Ooh, I was almost dropped it. From Boots Botanics. You can buy it at Target. I don't think that they have this anymore. I'm pretty sure they discontinued it, but I did like it while I used it. It wasn't bad. I definitely prefer the moisturizer I'm using now, which is the CereVe PM Moisturizer. So yeah, I don't, miss it too much, and it was just time for it to go. Speaking of the CereVe PM Moisturizer, I went through one. Love this stuff. I already have purchased a backup. Like as soon as I was down to here, I purchased a backup because I know that I cannot live without this. So I'm still using it. I've repurchased it. Loved it. The best moisturizer on this planet. I swear to God, it is so good. Lightweight, yet it's still really moisturizing, and I just love the way it makes my skin feel. It doesn't leave it greasy. It doesn't leave it shiny, but it doesn't leave it feeling tight or dry. It's just perfect. I guess it's just like the Empties video full of moisturizers. I also have the Simple Hydrating Light Moisturizer. Not a fan. I really don't like Simple products. I really like their Soothing Eye Balm as like an eye cream. I really enjoy that product. But I've tried so many other things from them. Face washes, toners, moisturizers, and I just don't like them. I find that they're very basic, and while I think part of that is because they're developed for sensitive skin, they're just like too basic. This just kind of feels like you're rubbing water on your skin. It doesn't really hydrate that much, and I find that my skin kind of starts to overproduce oils because I'm not getting enough moisture from this. And granted, this is the light one, but I've tried the rich one. I'm not a big fan of that one either. I don't know. I think, like I said, basic, they're cheap, they just don't wow me, they're just kind of whatever. So no, I will not be repurchasing this or probably anything really from the Simple line except for that Soothing Eye Balm anytime soon. Finished up a face mask. This is the Botanics Conditioning Clay Mask. I really like this. I think this is a great dupe for the Glam Glow Mud Mask. Kind of does the same thing. You put it on your face. The only thing about this is it doesn't tingle as much. It kind of tingles a tiny bit, but it's not like the Glam Glow. But it still does that thing where it kind of starts to turn like a darker green in certain patches where it's sort of soaking up the oil and it's starting to draw out those impurities. So I think that if you're wanting like a good dupe for that, definitely check this out. This is like $8 and the Glam Glow is like 60. So I will continue to repurchase this. Right now I'm having to go through a few masks, so I won't repurchase this anytime soon, but I do really like it. And there's still kind of like a tiny bit left in here, as you can see through the sides and stuff, but I've had this now for about 2 years, and I've just found that the texture of it has changed quite a bit, and it doesn't really perform the same way. So I think it's just kind of old, and so that's why I'm throwing it away. I have some face washes here. The first thing here is the Biore Pore Unclogging Scrub. They have recently, repackaged this, I think. Rachel Whitehurst just raves and raves and raves about this, so I really wanted to give it a try. I don't know. I really wanted to love it because I usually love a lot of her product recommendations, but honestly, I just don't really find that this did a whole lot. I kind of feel like it irritated my skin a little bit, and I noticed sometimes when I use this, I felt like I almost started to break out more. So I'm not really a huge fan of this. I've tried different Biore cleansers and different Biore skin just stuff in general, and I'm really not a huge fan of the brand. I find that they're just kind of loaded with fragrance and irritants. So not a big fan, and I won't be repurchasing. A scrub though that I do like that I cannot find anywhere for the life of me, and I'm thinking they may have discontinued it, which is really sad, but this is the Clearasil Ultra Rapid Action Face Scrub. You can kind of see that I did the whole bendy thing trying to get all of it out. I really, really like this. It's not super cleansing, but in the morning I find that it kind of removes any of those oils that my skin has accumulated over the night, so I kind of use this as my morning cleanser, and I find that it helped again with acne, kind of keeping it away, and just helped to keep my skin really nice and clear, and I really like the feeling of it. It wasn't too scrubby, but yet it wasn't too gentle. It was just kind of perfect. And when I started to run out, I went on a mad dash to find it. Couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to purchase a different scrub. Right now I'm using one from Nip and Fab that I'm really liking. But yeah, I've tried to repurchase this. I just couldn't find it anywhere. So unfortunately, I think it may have been discontinued, but it is a good product. And if you're looking for a good kind of acne face scrub, I'd really recommend it if you can find it. All right, we're going to be moving on to some makeup-y bits soon, but the next thing I have here is the e.l.f. Daily Brush Cleanser. Love this stuff. It is my favorite spot kind of cleanser for my brushes, just in between deep washes. If I need just to remove some of the makeup, remove the bacteria, it works very, very well. The only thing I'm really disappointed by is they used to be this big. I've had this now for about 2 years. e.l.f. used to sell this size. How much is in here? 8.5 fluid ounces, and they now come in this size, and literally this used to be $3 and now this is $3. So obviously there's quite a difference here. I really wish they still carried these big sizes, because obviously if you're using a brush cleanser, it's something that you're using quite often. It doesn't really expire, so I find that this is much more efficient than this. I don't know. I wish that they would have kept it the same size and maybe raised the price, but I really do like it. As you can tell, I've already repurchased it. It's just such a tiny little bottle compared to how it used to be, so that's really disappointing, but I do like it and I will continue to repurchase it. The one thing about the new bottle is it smells a lot better, so I feel like they may have reformulated it a little bit because it's not as strong of like an orange scent as this one was, which I do like, and so I don't know. It's whatever. Okay, I think we have one last kind of non-makeup related product here, and then we'll move on to some makeup. This is a moisturizer I got for free from Ulta as like a sample when my Ulta opened up last year, so I've had this forever. I was going through again, kind of cleaning up my beauty stash. I found this and I was like, I never use this. It's the Ulta Moisturizing Body Lotion in the shade Freshwater Mist. I really am not a big fan of the Ulta brand in general. I find that it's just very poor quality, and I don't know. I just don't like this. I don't really like the scent. It's kind of greasy feeling, and I just have so many other moisturizers that I prefer, and I think the main thing is just the scent. I'm not really a big fan of it. Yeah, so I'm deciding to throw it away. Okay, time for some makeup. I have a lot of eyeliners and I have a lot of mascaras. First mascara here is the L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Excess. I've had this since July. It was time for me to throw it out. I do not like this mascara. I really just found that it clumped up my lashes, and it just didn't really do a whole lot except making them kind of like short and stubby, and I volumized it in the sense that it kind of like, again, clumped, and I got like 3 eyelashes out of it, I felt like. So not really a big fan of this. I did a review on it ages ago, but no, I will not be repurchasing that. My little nubbin of a L'Oreal Carbon Black Extra Intense Liquid Eyeliner Pencil. Again, I've had this thing forever, but it finally kind of, you know, died out on me, but I really like this eyeliner. I found the Jane Cosmetics Water Resistant Eyeliner, which I'll show you guys here in a second, and it sort of replaced this for me as Holy Grail status. However, I can't find the Jane one now. I got one from Cargo in a box set, and the box set was really cheap, so I don't regret it, and I feel like the Cargo one works really well on like my upper lash line, but in my waterline, it doesn't stay as well as my Jane one did or as this one did, so I feel like because the Jane one at my Ulta right now is out of stock and it has been in stock for like a month, I might go to Target or something and repurchase this. But yeah, overall, I would definitely repurchase this. Like I'm saying, I'm considering doing it right now because I do really like this. I kind of like the Jane one better, and I'll explain the reasons why here in just a second, but anyway, this is really black, really intense, stays on your waterline really well, and it's super creamy. But onto the Jane one, I did completely use this up. There is nothing left. Like, I seriously cannot turn this up anymore, and as you can see, there is nothing on there. Love this eyeliner. It is my Holy Grail black liner. The thing that I prefer with this over the L'Oreal one is that this is retractable, so I'm not having to sharpen it, which I really like, and I just find that it stays a little bit longer. It's a little bit easier to control, especially when I'm using it on my upper lash line, because it's not as creamy. It still is nice and creamy and really black, but sometimes those really super just like slick kind of eyeliners, they can get really messy, and so I feel like with that L'Oreal one, I almost never use it on my upper lash line just because it's got such a creamy emollient kind of consistency that it can really just kind of slide around and really kind of smudge out, but once it does smudge out, it sets. I just find that this is a little bit easier to control. I hope that all makes sense, but overall I do prefer this one to the L'Oreal one, but I might be going back to the L'Oreal one because I cannot find this one anywhere. Another eyeliner that I have here is this one from L'Oreal again. This is the Super Slim Infallible Liquid Eyeliner Pen. I have had this forever. I love this. Right now I'm using the Stilo one, which I like, but I will be going back to this because this I think is just as good, and it's like a quarter of the price. Really black. I love the tip. It's nice and thin. It's really precise. It wears really well, and I would obviously do swatches, but this is completely dried out. I've used all of it, and I love it. I also really love the packaging. I think it looks really nice and sleek. I ran out of my Prestige Brow Perfection Gel. This thing is just completely gunked up and gross. There's like nothing in there. I was having to like scrape at the sides, and my package actually kind of broke. I don't know if you can see there, but the plastic kind of ripped at the bottom, so it doesn't screw on anymore. So it's time for me to throw it out. I had to let go of it, sadly. This is my favorite brow gel. I really enjoy it. It keeps my brows in place. It also has certain properties in it that help your eyebrows grow, so that's really nice, and I do feel like it actually does that. So really great. You can find this at Ulta, and I would recommend it. This is the Maybelline Great Lash, just the typical Maybelline Great Lash. I don't like this. It's very basic. I've had this now for 3 years, so it was time for me to throw it out. It just kind of got shoved in the back of my collection, and I was like, all right, you know what, this stuff needs to go. So anyway, I just decided, you know, even though there's some in here, it's just old, it's probably full of bacteria and grossness, and I really do not like it. The wand doesn't really do a whole lot for your lashes. The formulation is really wet. I just don't like Maybelline mascaras in general, so no, I would not repurchase this. Sadly, I ran out of my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I love this stuff right now. I still have a full bottle, well, not full, I guess it's like about halfway full bottle of the Chill Makeup Setting Spray to go through, but I really do like this. I like both of them just about equally. It's a product that I would definitely repurchase. I really enjoy it. I do feel like it helps to prolong the wear of my makeup, and I love how it takes down any sort of powdery finish that my makeup may have, so overall I do really like this. Okay, we just have a few more products to go. The next two products I have here are gel liners that dried out on me. My Buxom Lash Liner in the shade Leatherette, which is my favorite gel liner of all time. Unfortunately, this is just completely just a dried out mess. I did get through quite a bit of it. You can kind of see spots where I hit pan, or I guess like jar there. But yeah, it's dried out. It's kind of just one big clump now, so I can't use it. And then the other one was the Maybelline gel liner. I've had this forever. Didn't like it as much. I found that it didn't give as creamy and as smooth of a line. I know some people really like this, but I feel like the Buxom one was just better for some reason. So anyway, but yeah, this kind of dried out on me. Can't really use it anymore. I've had it for ages too, so it's time to let it go. And the last few products that I have here are this lash primer from Tarte. This is the Multiply clinically proven lash enhancing primer, and I purchased this a long time ago, at least 3 or 4 years ago, and it's just, I really enjoyed it while I used it, so it's a product that I would, consider repurchasing, but it was one of those products I just completely forgot about. It got shoved in the back of my makeup collection, so it's completely dried out. Like, it doesn't have that same kind of creamy mascara type of consistency. It's just a dry kind of powder now, so unfortunately, it just kind of dried out on me, and I wish that I wouldn't have forgotten about it, because I remember when I used it for a few months, I really liked it, but at least I got some use out of it. I would consider repurchasing it. I really enjoyed the way that it helped my mascara go on, and it really seemed to give me really nice big lashes. So yeah, it's kind of sad. I was really sad to find this. I was like, oh yay, but then I was like, oh no. Next product is a lip balm. This is the Carmex Moisture Plus. This has completely been used up. It doesn't go up any further. This here is just like a plasticky bit. This is my favorite lip balm of all time. It adds a nice amount of shine to your lips. It's super moisturizing, and I really like the scent. It's kind of nice and vanilla-y. So yes, I would repurchase that. And then finally, so sad, Makeup Forever Smoky Lush Mascara. I love this mascara. It is one of my favorite high-end mascaras. I would definitely repurchase this. It's dried out. There's barely any product left on here, so when I go to apply it to my lashes now, it just doesn't really apply anything, which is really sad, but I had this for a long time. I really liked it, and it's just so sad that it's gone, because I absolutely love this mascara. If you're looking for something to give you lots of volume, this is it. This was a lot more products than I even thought that there were in here. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this Empties video. Let me know if you've used any of these products, if you like these products as well, or if you don't like these products. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.